I could make a video about all the places I've traveled to. Or I could talk about airports because I now realize how much I fucking hate airports. So my mom works at an airport, so we can get decently discounted flights because flying costs a fucking fortune. For the cheaper flights, we have to pack less and we get the leftover seats that no one buys or no one shows up for. Those seats aren't uncommon. Airports often oversell because they know there's a very good chance someone's gonna drop out of the flight last minute. Anyway, my mom planned for us to leave our house at 5:30 to get to our 8 a.m. flight. My mom said that there was a flight at 8 a.m. and at 1:30 p.m. So even if the 8 a.m. flight is booked, we still only have to wait a few hours for the 1:30 flight. I already had 6 Modern Families episodes downloaded, so it wouldn't be too much of a hassle. 5 a.m., wake up, have a bowl of and double check that I packed everything I needed. 5:30, I left the house to be at the airport for 6:30. 6:30, got to the airport, and since we packed lightly, we didn't need to go through putting our big ass luggage on the airplane. We got to our terminal and had to wait until 8 for the plane to board us. 6:55, my mom and I decided to wait outside of Tim Hortons for 20 minutes. I asked for a cream cheese bagel, double toasted, and double cream cheese. They gave me a whole wheat bagel, not toasted, and no extra cream cheese, and they didn't even cut in half. I'm not going to be hard on them because working in fast food, I imagine, is really hard. At 7, I tell my mom I'm going to go to the bathroom, and my body doesn't let me use urinals even if I only have to piss, so I have to wait until the toilet is available. I shit you not, the 3 toilets flushed 4 to 5 times, and yet it was a solid 4 minutes of waiting, even after the 5 flushes. 7:30, more people started to show up, and I started to get a little worried. 7:45, my mom tells me it's unlikely we'll be able to get on this plane, but reminds me that our next flight is at 1:30, so it's not so bad. She shows me her phone and it says 15:30, which does not equal 1:30. It equals 3:30. My mom sits there in confusion, pondering what to do, while I'm just sitting here going, "Mom, I don't have that many episodes of Modern Family left." At 8 a.m. the flight is completely booked, so my mom and I have to wait until the 3:30 flight. While waiting for the time to go by, I decided to, instead of doing my English work, I'm gonna start a YouTube script. And here we are. 9:50, my mom turned to me and said, "Hey, we could go on a different flight to a different place." 10 a.m., my mom and I discussed theoretically where we could go and thought it would be really cool to title the video, "How I Ended Up in Brazil Instead of Mexico." My mom and I realized we could grab an Airbnb, but the only flights before our flight to Mexico were to India and Dubai, and apparently hotels there are very expensive. The other flights were flights to America, and although New York sounded nice, we wanted to save New York until we have a reason to go. So I'll have to wait to see the Nintendo store in New York. I played a solid 30 minutes to an hour of Splatoon. I had a hot winning streak. I sold my soul to the Wi-Fi and prayed it would work, and the Wi-Fi at the airport was better than my own. 2 p.m. I played even more Splatoon. This time I won 5 ranked matches in a row. $2:45. My mom comes by with the tickets in her hand. By some miracle, we got tickets next to each other. 3:45, the plane goes off on the runway at top speed and finally takes off. 7:55, we get on the bus and I go to the bathroom because our bus apparently has a bathroom. Sort of like a porta potty. I thought it would be like a second until we started moving again, and I try to lock the door the way it tells me to, and it doesn't lock. It says to turn this circle right, but it won't turn right. Then I decide just to hold the door while I piss, so I'm pretty confident in my aim. Right when I'm trying to pee, I hear the bus backing up. No, what are you doing? Then the shit starts moving. So now I have to let go of the door to manually aim. I finish my business, come back to my seat, and tell my mom the most stressful situation I've just been in. Okay, last story, I promise. My mom and I were walking past this restaurant and I saw this pretty girl, so I naturally started looking at her. My mom nudges me going, "Hey, are you checking her out?" I said, "No, I was just drifting off into space." Even though it was very, very clear I was checking her out. We later got a table at the restaurant with the pretty girl as our waiter. My mom went to the bathroom instantly, and the waiter came by and gave me the Spanish menu. But I was too scared to ask for the English menu. My mom comes by and she asks why I didn't ask for the English menu, and I said, because the waiter was pretty.